We're now in day 3 in the search for Renesmee Calzada, and the community is stopping everything to search for her. Calzada has been missing since Sunday. The Rio Arriba County Sheriff's Office says she was last seen playing in the front yard at her stepfather's home, Malcolm Torres' home, around 9 a.m. Crews are now searching for any sign of Calzada.
Right now, her stepfather, Malcolm Torres, is in custody and being questioned. The Sheriff's Department told us they are using Malcolm Torres' phone to try to figure out where he was on Sunday. Torres is not Renesmee's biological father, but on the mother's Facebook, she does refer to Torres as the girl's dad and says they were together Sunday. Investigators have not said if Torres was at the house on Sunday at all.
We will follow the latest on air and on the KRQE News app.
Your weather headlines for Wednesday. We are going to see drier air move into the metro area and many west central areas. But if you get up across the southeast or northwest, you could still see some scattered showers. Moisture is going to return to more of a statewide profile coming up by the weekend.
New at 6, former UNM athletic director Paul Krebs was booked into MDC today and was later released. Records show Krebs turned himself in today after being indicted last month on 7 criminal counts that included tax fraud and embezzlement. As Larry Barker exposed in a 2017 investigation, Krebs is accused of spending thousands of dollars on a lavish golf trip.
A New Mexico criminal accused of carjacking a couple at Walmart is now facing federal charges of being a felon with a firearm. State police spotted a car stolen from a Walmart parking lot in Los Lunas near Central in Pennsylvania. State police officers boxed in the suspect, Jan Garcia. He hopped out of the passenger side window but was arrested.
It could take some time for an Albuquerque man to get a crime off his record. Jamar Beatty was convicted of drug trafficking, a second-degree felony, back in 2014. He needs a clean record to become an official notary signing agent. He hopes House Bill 370 will help him, but the bill says he would have to wait 8 years before they're eligible to petition.
Happening now, county commissioners are talking about big changes to a recently passed paid leave ordinance. That ordinance would require employers outside city limits to provide workers with at least 1 hour of paid time off for every 30 hours worked. City commissioners are discussing a tier system, giving small businesses the option of not offering as much paid time off. Tomorrow, the Santa Fe City Council could decide on a contract that would give homeless people work. The city considering a 2-year, $140,000 contract with LifeLink. Under this partnership, homeless people and panhandlers will work doing things like pulling weeds and picking up trash, beautifying other parks and other areas around the city.
APD officers will continue a 3-day training tomorrow on identifying the signs of child abuse. 30 officers, including school resource officers, are taking part in the training hosted by the Crimes Against Children Unit. Officers who complete the training are considered care officers who are called to respond to calls involving children.
New Mexico is one of 7 states suing the SEC, claiming they are putting investors in jeopardy by relaxing rules for brokers. They claim new rules let brokers consider their own interests when recommending investments. The states say they are harmed because bad investment advice leaves consumers with less money to spend, and the states collect less in taxes.
A vote in the U.S. Senate could divert funds back to New Mexico's military project. You'll remember $3.6 billion is being diverted to build the border wall. $125 million of that is for New Mexico military projects. Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is holding a vote to reverse course. The president has to sign off, so this is a long shot. UNM's head football coach is still not giving details of his recent medical scare, but talked for the first time today since he was rushed to the hospital. 64-year-old Bob Davie collapsed after his team's narrow win over Sam Houston late last month. Davie says he's on track to coach on the sidelines again at some point, but says he will not come back until he's 100% ready.
The Metro Threat Index goes down for tomorrow because our chance at storms goes down. We will still see mild afternoon temperatures, but just the spot chance at a storm and a Metro Index of a 2.
The Eastern New Mexico State Fair Parade is at the end of the month, and firefighter Jeff Strobel will be the honorary Grand Marshal. Strobel was killed in a fireworks explosion. Organizers say Strobel's family will lead the parade in his honor. The parade is set for September 30th on Main Street in Roswell.
The Great New Mexico Chili Taste-Off is comparing chili from across the state. That event will include food, drinks, and red and green fireworks, along with a jury and People's Choice Awards for the best chilies. The goal is to raise awareness of the chili industry in our state. It's happening September 21st in Socorro.
The state fair continues this evening, and a group of talented dogs are making their debut. The canine stars do everything from agility racing to freestyle dancing. Their most famous trick? The dog jumps through the air and into a pool of water. Trainers say many of the pups are rescues or former strays.